the idea is to have an academic exercise with people that actually have experience. So you're taking something like a mini MBA, but you're getting it from professionals from the Palestinian marketplace. So, let's start. Today is the introductory session of Start Me Up 2.0. The sessions will be primarily given in English. However, questions, comments, etc., you will have the opportunity to ask things in Arabic. If there is something that is unclear, raise your hand. Ask for clarification. This is for you. It's not for me, it's not for anyone else. This is for your benefit. Okay? Now, the other thing we're going to do is, after I introduce myself and you introduce yourselves, we're going to talk about the course overview, what classes are going to be given. We're going to talk about the instructors who will be giving the classes. And we will talk about the project. As an academic exercise, there has to be something that you do to apply what's given in the courses. Now, after that, I will give a brief overview of entrepreneurship and how it relates to Start Me Up. And then we're going to have an activity. So the first thing is me. Now, yeah. Who am I? My name is Omar Amran. I currently teach at Birzeit University. Prior to teaching, I had about 10 years of experience in the US working with companies like Microsoft, Philip Morris, Hershey's, Wrigley's, in distribution, forecasting, sales, and consulting. Currently, I work with other organizations, private sector firms here. I also do public sector work, again, consulting and feasibility studies, market studies. Okay, some of the things that I love, Chicago Cubs. For those of you that don't know, this is a baseball team in the US. The only difference between me and you, that people that love Real Madrid or Barcelona, is I actually lived in Chicago and I actually went to the games. So I remember them when I was a kid. I believe that everything we do directly affects and impacts everyone around us. And I also believe that through exercises like this, without donor agencies having agendas, we can actually influence each other positively. Okay? At the end of the day, what I'm going to benefit from you should be far more than what you benefit from me. These things you can get anywhere online. But the idea is, there's some experience, there's questions that you are going to ask, specific questions that should help you, whether you're starting your business, running your business, or thinking about a business. Or if you're working with a startup. Now, unfortunately, Taylor, who most of you have met, I had to put his picture. Taylor is a geek, not at heart, he's just a geek. Taylor has experience in planning and with tech firms such as Microsoft. He worked with the American University of Cairo for a few years. Here he is still a principal at Sadara Ventures, a $30 million venture capital fund that deals with Palestinian tech firms. He also taught at the Wharton School of Business. Now, the Wharton School of Business is usually among the top 10 schools in the world. So he graduated from there, he taught there. He's a person that has an infinite amount of knowledge, but if you say that I said this, I will kill you. Now, some of the volunteer instructors that we have, and everyone is here volunteer-based. And we'll explain why you have to pay 500 shekels in a little bit. But everyone here actually has achieved something or done something substantial in the marketplace. Ayman Karut is one of our instructors who is going to talk to you about marketing tactics and social media. This is a person who worked social media, some of you may know him, at Paltel, and he was responsible for elevating the level of awareness for WebTeb. WebTeb is a Palestinian company that has online medical advice, and I believe it just collected about $3.5 million worth of investment. Ayman is one of the people that is responsible for this. So these are the types of instructors you have. We also have people like Humaira Wakili, who is currently the country director of Tomorrow's Youth Organization. She works with children in Nablus. She is going to be talking about things such as leadership and team building. So people that actually have experience in the Palestinian market are going to be giving you that experience plus the academic side. We have, let's see, some of the names. Radi Al-Fasid, for example. Radi Al-Fasid is the director of Arabinur, which is, for those of you who don't know, Arabinur is an accelerator and it invests in Palestinian firms up to, I believe, $250,000. And this is a pan-Arabic network that currently is in about 5 countries right now and looking to expand more. So again, you have people that worked in the market, whether through Paltel, and Radi was one of the Paltel people, and he worked marketing at Zain. He also did marketing and market development and product development at Alcatel. So you have people with substantial experience that can help with some things. We have a guy named Saad Nashif. You don't need to know about him. We have Salim Awadallah. Salim Awadallah is running currently 120 projects at Asal Technologies. Salim also has extensive experience at Motorola when it was a good company. So again, these are the people that are going, these are some of the people that are going to be giving you the courses. Now, as we move on, we can't say enough about our volunteer organizers. Okay. Now, the volunteer organizers, one of our ambassadors is Muhammad Misleh, or Mo. Some of you know him because he worked at PETA. He does lots of consulting work. Mo is one of the people who is going to be giving sales and business development. This is one of his areas of specialties. Nirali, who you have seen passing out the passing out the name tags and things. Now, Nirali is a project manager at Souktel, and she's been kind enough to donate her time as well. And she is going to be telling you about the project and the prizes. Forget about me, I'm not important. Forget about Taylor, he's not important. What does he do? That would be Hani Abu Ghazala, who is now working, he was working at Asal for a few years. This is someone that also has a very good reputation in the tech industry. Currently, he's working on a few projects with some companies, and he is one of our marketing, he is our marketing genius for Start Me Up. So, and Haneen Abdullah, who is an auditor at Deloitte, who hopefully has just passed her CPA exams, and that's why she's not here. But, so the idea is that everyone that's here is doing so because they believe in the program. So, we ask who you are. So, each one of you is going to stand up. You're going to face everyone for about 30 seconds and tell us who you are. We'll start with you. Muhammad.
My name is Muhammad Aude. My name is Muhammad Aude. I'm the graphic designer at Partners for Sustainable Development, PSD, and I'm now working in groups coordinator, training for about making interactive projects.
Okay. Thank you, Muhammad.
I'm Tala Salem. I'm a person who just recently left my job because I felt like it's not taking me where I want to go. I'm a person who's into jewelry and fashion and trends, and I'm into traveling and discovering new stuff. And I'm here to start me up to enjoy this course and learn, get to know like from a Palestinian experience.
I'm Isaac Nail. I'm Managing Director of Munir Company, Consultancy Services and Multimedia. Came to join this group just to check with Palestinian professionals and gain from them.
Thank you.
My name is Sahar Hazallah. I graduated from Arab American University. I'm currently working in Watan TV as admin assistant, and I came here to have a lot of knowledge from all of you. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm Abdullah Sabri. I'm a web developer in Ministry of Transport. I have a lot of idea and I'm looking for some talents in marketing and a lot of things. I hope to enjoy here and inshallah there's a lot of things.
Inshallah. Thank you.
I am Ayman Alwan from Hebron City. I am working in Palestinian transmission and electricity, IT manager.
Hello, my name is Hussein Hamid and I have a supermarket in Silwad, and that's it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Do you have any expectations of the course? No? All right. That's good to have. Makes our jobs easier. Salah? Come on up.
Hello, I'm Salah Abdel. I studied communication multimedia in Tunisia. I work now as a web designer at Zoom. Okay, thank you.
That's it? Zoom is that's your personality, you have problems now. Well,
Ihab Karaja. I work at the Unify marketing team.
I'm sorry to hear that.
No.
So I would have introduced myself in Arabic, but since we're shooting, I guess it's going somebody speaking English.
Yes.
Anyways, Majdi, I currently work at Msafir as an online marketer. And if you ask me why I came here, I really don't know. I just wanted to join the community to get to know more entrepreneurs in Palestine because I have a dream, and everyone has a dream, and we have the right to work as hard as we can to meet with people that are worth developing and making things better. And yeah,
That's beautiful, man. بالله عليكم صدق حالك.
يعني هيك بحاول دائما.
Hamad, please.
I'm Mohammed Shilla. I study at Birzeit University as a public administration, and I was working as a sales manager at Otica for iGirls. Pleasure.
Thank you.
My name is Mohammed Dar. I have graduated from Vincent Community University for Technology in a bachelor degree with computer graphics and animation. And I'm currently working as a graphic designer at Hakada Advertising.
Hakada, which is in the same building as Msafir.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to hear that. Karma? Karma? Yeah, that's why I said Karma twice.
Hi, my name is Karma Bayash. I'm currently the corporate sales manager in Colnet. It's an ISP in Ramallah. I started my new startup last March. It's about women empowerment, and it's like under the incubator, which is leaders. So I came here, like, I'm still catching my breath.
It's okay, I don't care. It doesn't matter. Come on, keep going.
Okay. I came here with a lot of expectations. I have a lot of expectations in all of the structures here. So hope it goes well.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So, We got to know each other. Now, we can relax a little bit, right? So, yes. Now we've got through the introductions.
Keep in the frame.
I'm saying it, I'm trying. We've got through the introductions. We talked about what the course's mission is, who the target is. So now we can start to talk about the overview. Now the course goal. Here, we're looking at making sure that all of you at least have exposure to run a world-class company, especially when we're talking about a tech company. In the Palestinian economy, as we know, we're a service-based economy, thank God. We don't want anything dirty and ugly like industry and manufacturing and jobs or anything like that. So, tech is one of the ways that we can use services to our advantage and to export some of our talents and expertise without losing people. So one of the goals is, this is how a tech company would be run. And as you've seen from our instructors, we have people from the tech and entrepreneurial community. So the second thing that we're trying to do is, you're supposed to understand some of the frameworks and some of the concepts behind running a business, and running a tech business. What we won't do is we won't give you the answers. That's not our job. Our job is to make sure that we help you find a path that lets you ask the right questions. Nobody knows your business more than you do. So who am I to come in and say, do this, change that, this person's no good? You know your businesses. You know your customers. All we try to do is make things run faster, run more efficient. Now the other thing is, like we said, we can't give you details. This is not a magic bullet. This is not something where you rub a lamp and a genie pops out. That's not what we do. This is education. This is basically a course for you. I like to say this is a FUBU course. For us, by us. This is for the Palestinian community, made by the Palestinian community, regardless of origins or anything else. And this is the important thing. Now, some of the rules, because I know you guys love rules. You can't see anything? Okay. Well, that's because the font is not good. So, don't worry, that's why I'm here. There's one basic rule that you have to remember. Early is on time is late is unacceptable. I learned this when I was working in the US, and it works beautifully anywhere else in the world. Now, what do we mean by this? If the session starts at 5:30, we try to make it before 5:30. Even if the session starts at 5:40, we still try to make it here before 5:30. You never know what happens, right? Sometimes we get confused as to the locations. So, and it happens to me as well. Okay? So we always try to account for a 10-15 minute cushion. This way you're usually on the safe side. And even if you get here early, as you can see, we usually have something for you guys to eat, something for you guys to do. So we're good. Now the second thing is, the sessions start at 5:40. Now we give you a break at 6:20 for 10 minutes. So, now the reason that we give you a break at 6:20 is, one, you need the break. Two, and more importantly, we need the break. And it serves as a great opportunity for networking. Because, again, with shared experiences, you can discuss certain things. Okay? Then, when we go back from 6:30 to 6:50, we finish the last part of the lecture. So it becomes that last half hour where we put some of the takeaways and some of the summarization of what the concepts do. So we kind of link things together in this last half hour. Okay. Now, every class, every meeting that we have, there's a half an hour dedicated to an activity. And this activity is supposed to summarize and reinforce everything that's been discussed. The sessions are supposed to be interactive, which means you have to be interactive. You have to ask questions. You are expected to ask for clarifications on things and bring your experiences into the classroom for everyone to share. I'm not telling you to exchange trade secrets. We don't want that, because your secrets are already out there. So you're not hiding anything. But by taking different points of view, we're able to have a more complete answer. Now, after that, we give you another 10 minutes to network. That is officially where you have to be here until 7:30. Now, the reason that we're doing this is we're trying to give multiple opportunities for you to interact with each other and interact with the instructors. So, for example, who was one of the people that we mentioned? Ayman Karout. Suppose that you're trying to do something using social media. You have a specific project that you're working on. There are very few people in this region, or in this area, that have more expertise or exposure, or success rather, than Ayman Karout in this field. So this is a wonderful resource to use. So you have FaceTime with this person basically for free. Here's another example. Let's assume you're looking to get an investment. You have three investors. I didn't mention Huda Jack. You have 3 investors that are teaching courses in StartMeetup. So on 3 separate occasions, you have FaceTime, where you can ask specific questions about the level of investment, the percentages that they could take, anything, when they go to sleep, where they go to shop, you can stop them. It's a beautiful thing. Okay? So I want you guys to take advantage of this. This is for you. Now, the other thing that we're looking at is the project. Now, part of your business project, your business proposal, which Nurali is going to talk about in a little bit, is having an advertising budget for a social media campaign. Now, every time you're late, you start to lose money from this budget. The more money you have, the more options you have. The less money you have, the less options you have. And the social media part is very important, and I will let her talk about the details. Finally, do your homework. There are usually some readings that are posted on the website. If you've noticed the website, we have a website, startmeup.ps. It's very nice. So, when we talk about these things, we're looking to make sure that you have some idea of what the session is going to be about. Even if you don't fully understand it, even if it's something that you just look at casually, look at it. Ask questions. If something doesn't make sense, tell us it doesn't make sense. No cell phones, no Facebook. Okay, one more time. No cell phones, no Facebook. No cell phones, no Facebook. Because this is our time together. You guys are taking time, important time, away from other activities. Right? I think that you can do other things with these 2 hours. So because you're doing this, I'm going to respect you. So I'm putting my cell phone all the way over there. And I'm not looking at Facebook on my laptop, even though I love playing games. We expect everyone to do the same. Because again, you're coming. Sorry. Teamwork is important. Always be a good team player. Communicate, ask questions, listen to comments from other people. Take it very objectively. Everyone is the most important person in the world until you put them in a group. Then everyone hates everyone else. So no, I think that all of you are mature enough and understand things enough to know that you need to work with each other. It's easy to get things done by yourself, but it's great to accomplish things together. And this is why one of the sessions we're having early is teamwork and team building. Okay? Now, as we said before, you have to be active. Otherwise, you're going to have someone throw things at you. So, because of this, you have to be able to ask questions. Stop at any time. Because God help you if no one asks any questions and I'm giving marketing strategy and I start to pick on you. And I start to say, Abdullah, what do you think about this case? Or give me an example in the Ministry of Transport, where this is affected, so what? Kaman. Oh, that's 2 for 2. Tayyib, where this has affected you directly, and how can this be improved? Abdullah's going to say, we don't want the We want him to ask a question before we get to the because he doesn't want to look bad because it's being filmed. And this is going up on YouTube. And millions and millions and millions of people are going to see this. Right? Okay, that's the idea. So, feedback. If something I'm doing is wrong to you, tell me. But the idea is to let us know what's going on. Tell us what we're doing that's wrong. We also have these wonderful feedback forms that Haneen is holding up. Yes, okay. Smile when you hold it up. There you go. So, as Haneen is holding up the forms, she's showing you some basic questions. Did you benefit from the course? Did you like the style it was given? Was the activity relevant to the concept? Etc. If it wasn't, we change it. We tell the instructors, hey, be careful. So-and-so didn't do their job the way that they thought. We're not going to say they didn't do a good job because we're getting them for free. But we're going to try to improve and enhance the coursework. Right? Because ultimately, it's not about the money. It's 500 shekels. If you look at some of the other programs, your people are paying a lot more for someone to give them some spreadsheets, a few PowerPoint slides, and then they go away. No. We're trying to give you we're trying to share some of the education. Now we get to the graduation requirements. You graduate. It's an academic course, right? You can't miss more. If you miss more than 3 sessions, you do not graduate. And graduation, I know you're saying to yourself, I don't care. I know you don't care. But maybe the idea of starting something and finishing it shows some dedication on your part. Because we've had people drop out, very talented people drop out because they had more important things to do. I respect that. But I don't think they should have taken a place of someone else. Right? Now, I like to say, be nice to the people on your way up because they're the same people you see on your way down. Usually when people kind of float in and out of these types of courses, and it's a very small community as we said, you start to have stereotypes. We want to avoid this. This is why we went through 300 applications to get to you. We believe that all of you have many, many, many good things to offer to us and to each other. And we feel, or believe, that maybe there's some benefits from our part too. Okay. Now, as we said, the other part, you have to finish the project. Now the project has different elements to it, which I believe Nurali is going to discuss in detail. But finally, the idea is that we have an event. Some of you we saw at the event, like Asa, sitting in the corner, which we didn't know why he was sitting in the corner. That's okay. Where you present your business proposal. It's being judged. And through this process, which is a very simple exercise, we emphasize the way that the business proposal is being done. We reinforce those concepts. The idea can be good. The idea can be great. The idea can suck. It's okay. As long as you go through the process the right way, this is the important thing. Effort is always more important than anything else. Okay? Give me someone that works hard, you can do wonders with them. Especially for those of you with experience. Right? Hard workers are better than people with talent that just walk away. So, I'll talk to you guys a little bit about the course topics. Now there's 5 main areas that we cover. The first area is the idea and the product. So here, we're looking at creating value, intro to BizTech, how we brainstorm. There's a session on ideation, how to create ideas, how to create an environment for ideas, so that this is very sustainable. Okay. Then we talk about the market and the competition. Understanding who's doing what in the marketplace, how to deal with competition, what strategies you can use to make your business more valuable. Then we have business modeling and financials. Some of you have very good technical expertise in different fields. But when you see numbers, you don't know how to put them together, or you have difficulty in putting them together the way that the investor wants to see it, or the bank wants to see it. This is where we come in. We give you experts about pricing, about finance, about how to construct financial statements so that everything runs smoothly, or as smoothly as possible. Okay. We talk about sales and distribution. In sales and distribution, we talk about interaction with customers. How we get them, how we acquire them, how we keep them. These things are important to us. And then we have core business skills. Things like negotiation, where we run an exercise. We also talked about team building and team management, and how to use data analytics and statistics to improve the value of your business and the value offered to your customers. Now, I'm going to give the floor to Nurali, who is going to talk to you about the project. So, Nurali, please. You want to use just roll it down.
Okay. Okay, so an essential part of the Start Me Up experience is working together on teams on the course project. And this is an academic project, so all of the concepts and all of the new material that you're going to learn in each of the sessions, you're going to apply to developing a business proposal for a particular idea. And you work together on teams, so we have three different teams, I think, in this course. And you'll be working together to build your business idea. This is not only just an academic exercise, but it's also a competition, and one where you can win these prizes. So the winning team wins a PlayStation, tablet, and smartwatches distributed among you, and you'll find out how we distribute the prizes among the winning team.
Usually people fight.
That's the first step.
We're going to give you something special, don't worry.
There we go. Okay, so the goal of the project, the basic goal of the project is take the ideas you're learning in the session and apply them to a business idea. And the final deliverable, so the final thing you're going to submit to us is a business proposal in PowerPoint format with 4 different sections. The first, idea and product. Second, business model and financials. Third is market and competition. And then marketing, sales, and distribution. So the first, the most important thing to know about this project is that it's not about the idea. So what that means is that your team can come up with an amazing idea, but if you don't have a great comprehensive and well thought out business proposal that supports the idea, then another team with a terrible idea and all of the components of a business proposal to support that terrible idea will win over your team. Does that make sense? Yeah? Okay.
Effort and process. Effort, process, team.
And second, teamwork is really important. So you're going to be working together on teams that we've put together. It's groups of 4 to 5 students. And we made sure to create the teams so that it's tech and non-tech, male and female, everything. We tried to mix the teams, mix the background and the different credentials of people on each of the teams. And this is challenging. This is probably one of the most challenging aspects of the course that people experienced in the last round, was working together on the team with people who you don't know in order to develop the business idea. This project will take a lot of coordination outside of class time, a lot of research on your own, and you're working together on this. Additionally, just a few things, your idea needs to be a tech idea. So no hardware manufacturing. It can be a web service, it can be a mobile app, but it has to be a tech idea. And also it can't be anything that you've worked on before. So remember you said you have ideas that you, like business ideas you worked on before? So you need to come up with an idea that's entirely new to everybody on the team. Questions so far?
What's it have to be a tech idea?
Because a lot of the content in the course is going to be focused on like tech startups. This is the focus of the course. I mean, a lot of the ideas you're going to learn, they're applicable to starting anything of your own. But the focus of a lot of the content, there's an intro to tech course, or an intro to tech session. What is that?
عشان كلها يعني ايش التكنولوجيا كل ما يطلعش مشروع تطوير بالاخر
بعدين معك انت الثاني لا he knows and I know هي بتطنش. There's a difference. We appreciate every idea, handicraft that is non-tech. However, we were able to get some experts in the tech industry. So you can still take some of these ideas, if Nurali doesn't mind me kind of cutting in, and apply them to non-tech businesses. But in this course, we're focusing on tech. That's the idea. So, please.
Okay, so the timeline for the course, there are deadlines throughout the next 2 months that you will need to meet in order to, and the deadlines and your contributions to those will kind of build up to your score, to your team score. All of the information that you need about what to submit and when to submit it is on the website. So use the website. This is your resource for homework and for the project deadlines. So this Sunday, you're going to submit 2 different business ideas. You're going to come up with the ideas with your team. And on the website, it tells you to write a short paragraph. So just 1 paragraph about each idea. You're going to say, what is the product? Who is the target market? What already exists in the market and how are you different? You're going to answer all of these questions in 1 paragraph. You'll submit 2 of those this Sunday, and we'll give your team feedback on your ideas by Monday evening. Then you'll have until Wednesday to submit 1 final idea. So based on the feedback, revise 1 of the ideas, submit it to us, and that's the idea you're going to work with throughout the rest of the course.
Does everyone understand? Is that not, because all of you were asked to do 2 ideas, right? And then you're going to have 2 business ideas for the teams, right?
Yeah, so each team submits 2 ideas, and then
And you will choose the idea.
Actually, we won't choose one. We'll give you feedback on both of them, and
And
then
you
as a
choose.
team, you guys decide which one. And you'll take 1 idea, you'll take the feedback and revise it, and submit a final one on Wednesday.
So you choose the idea. All we do is give you some feedback.
What both ideas?
For both ideas, yes.
So we don't have to think about an idea individually.
As a team.
As a team.
As a team, exactly.
Since now there's no individual work.
Well, the individual work is prepping for the sessions, the homework each session, so you'll be asked to watch a video, read an article, etc. The project is all as a team. This is a good question. And also Haneen, everything that I'm telling you and everything that's on the website, Haneen will also send you in emails. So she'll say, hey guys, by the way, your ideas are due this Wednesday.
Make sure the email is
And we will make sure the emails get to you, I promise.
Just make sure the emails work. Your email accounts are valid, that's all.
Okay, so November 23rd, you're going to submit your first milestone, and on the website it tells you this is idea and product, market, and marketing. So these are the 3 different components of your business proposal that you'll be submitting. And for each of those, it says, like, okay, under market, these are the 5 or 6 questions that you should be answering in your slides. Yeah? So all of the details are up on the website. Along with submitting your milestone, you will submit an evaluation of your team members. So there will be an online form where you'll write each team member's name, and you'll say, did this person contribute to preparing this milestone? Did they do their part? And this actually, so there are 2 other milestone submissions. There are 3 altogether. So you'll start with the idea, marketing. I think the next one is your business model, and after that it's financials and investment. At each point you'll be submitting evaluation on your peers, and if 2 of your peers say you're not doing your part 2 times, we'll reconsider whether you can graduate from the course.
We'll investigate, we'll ask some questions.
We'll investigate the issue. So it's extremely important that you work together as a team. If you have any issues, that you come to us or deal with them as a group. But don't, everyone must contribute to the project. So at each milestone submission, you'll also meet with Start Me Up mentor, and they'll give you feedback on what you submitted. So at the very end of the course, you'll submit a final business proposal, and at that time, you'll also evaluate your goals again. And additionally, in the last few days of the course, you're going to run a social media campaign on Facebook with the budget that you have, which is $35, and you lose money if you're late, right? You also lose, one thing we didn't mention, you lose money if you leave early. So if you leave early from the session, before 7:30, you lose $3. For each 5 minutes late, you lose $1. So come
That
5
wasn't
minutes late.
written on the website.
What is that?
That wasn't written on the website.
Correct, we're updating the website.
يعني suck wind. يعني كل هو.
No, I'm so glad that you're reading the website. That's awesome. Everyone else should have known that too. So any questions about this so far? Yes.
Today's not counted, right?
No, it is counted.
Oh, it counts.
I did not know. No, but on the budget. So today was $15 right now for being late 15 minutes?
No, not $15. So it's
$1.
It's $1 for every 5 minutes that you're late. So you lost $3.
I did. I didn't know that.
It's okay. Now you're going to be on time from now on.
Fine.
Yeah. So.
Which means being early.
Fine.
Okay. So criteria for winning: when you submit your initial ideas and then your final ideas, which is this Sunday and then Wednesday. This is 10 points out of the entire thing. Then each of those milestone submissions, each time you submit part of your business proposal, each of those are 10 points, adding up to 30. Your social media campaign is 15 points. And then your final business proposal, which you revise at the very end of the project with all the feedback that you've gotten, is 40 points. And then the final event, there's a business proposal fair, kind of like a science fair at the very end of the course. This is worth 5 points. So the judges will come up to you and ask you questions about your project, or about your idea, your business idea. And that's worth 5 points. And like I said, at the very end of the course, you'll submit one final peer evaluation of your team members. And if your team is the winning team, the person who gets the highest score from their team members gets the PlayStation. The person who gets the second highest score from their team members gets the tablet.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And then the 2 or 3 people who receive...
The rest of the...
I mean, like we're talking about the 2 or 3 people who are also in the winning team, right? You're all winning something. Will receive the smartwatches. So again, the most important thing about this project, teamwork, working together as a team. And that's why, as part of the graduation requirements, we require that you complete the project and also that you contribute consistently and substantially. And we'll evaluate that based on what your peers say. Any questions about the project?
Interesting.
Interesting.
And thanks for updating the website.
We will update it, I swear we will. And just one other kind of general note, what would you all bring to a university class on your first day? What would you bring in your bag?
Paper and pen.
What is it?
Paper and pen.
Not bad.
What? Yeah, a notebook and a pen.
Sure.
So you need to treat this like it's a university class. It's an academic course. So make sure you come every day with a notebook and a pen, because all of the stuff that we just talked about for almost an hour, you probably won't remember all of it tomorrow. So make sure you're writing.
The slides can only do so much.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they summarize the content, but they don't give you some of the details. And it's nice sometimes when you hear something that you can, that you can actually have some of the details involved, and you know, people forget things. So it's nice to talk about these things. Thank you, Nirvana. Okay, she's tough. I wouldn't mess with her if I were you guys, especially you, man.
Excuse me?
I wouldn't mess with her. So, now that we've talked about the business proposal project, just a very, very brief overview about entrepreneurship. So, what is entrepreneurship? Entrepreneurship is basically people that take risks. An entrepreneur is someone that takes a risk, starts a business, enters the marketplace, right? So, being Palestinian, if we don't know an entrepreneur, we are related to an entrepreneur, we're about to become an entrepreneur, what have you. But here we talk about two different types of entrepreneurship. There's the traditional, which is, you know, kind of small to medium-sized enterprises. And then there's the innovation-driven enterprises. Now, what's the difference between the two of them? The small and medium-sized, as you can see, emphasizes ownership, and it emphasizes kind of taking your time and growing the business. This is where we come in with some of the non-tech ideas, where these are, you know, maybe running your own retail store, having a wholesale business, something like this, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with it. Those are those are the projects that create jobs for people. They drive the economy. They're wonderful things. Here we're focusing a little bit more on the innovation-driven, where you don't kind of grow over time. You try to grow right away. And as you can see, this requires investment. You don't put this money out of your own pocket. You don't take the money and put it out of your own pocket, because you try to grow very, very fast. And you'll notice that some of the businesses that we see, or some of the startups that we see, are adding employees, they're concerned with customer acquisition, these types of things. Well, why? This costs money. This makes them lose money. They're not profitable right now. But maybe they're looking to get bought by a larger firm, right? How many of you have ever paid for Facebook? Personally? Okay. How many of you are willing to pay, how many of you have WhatsApp? MashaAllah. نحكي إنه إحنا عايشين تحت احتلال. طيب. So, you have WhatsApp. Do you like WhatsApp?
I'm fine. It's just neutral.
Okay, stop talking. Now, most of you like WhatsApp because it's free.
It's free.
Free.
Exactly.
You get to message people, right? And God help us if we ever get 3G. I mean, that's going to be
Awesome.
Yeah, I know. But let's assume that WhatsApp is going to charge you $1 per month to use their service. How many of you would be willing to pay the $1 per month? Right? So all of a sudden everybody says, yay, WhatsApp. $1 says, Wait a second. Like, what if they charged $5 per month? How many of you would still use WhatsApp?
Only if I have 3G in my phone.
Exactly.
So you start to see the idea. With startups that are innovation driven, they're looking to acquire customers, even if it doesn't make traditional business sense. Because usually there's an exit strategy. They're looking to get bought by a bigger company. WhatsApp was bought for $15 billion by Facebook. WhatsApp has never turned a profit in its entire life. Twitter has never turned a profit in its life. Yet they still have investors that are willing to put money into it. That's what we're kind of looking at in this course. We're looking at these innovation-driven economies. Okay? So, how successful are entrepreneurs? Usually we start a business, we get very excited, we say, okay, we're going to do a business. Great. What happens? You start to hear some of the details. But with these innovation-driven, we're assuming that there's 1,000 businesses that start up that are all looking to get funded by venture capitalists. These investors that take percentages of the business in exchange for investment, right? So, let's assume that there's 1,000, I think there's 1,000 because Taylor's crazy, but let's assume that there's 1,000 dots. If we wanted to say 10%, which is a very low number, we would think, you know, that would be 10%. That's not how many get investments. 1%. 1% get investments. And actually that's a very, very aggressive figure. So not only do you have to have an idea, but you have to show that it has value. Now great ideas are thrown all over the place, but they're not sustainable. The hope is that we can turn these ideas into something that is practical. So out of that 1% that actually get investment, only about 3 of them. So 1% of 1,000 is
3% successful projects.
no, it's 3 successful projects out of the entire 1,000. So 1% get invested in, but of those being invested in, only a few are actually able to survive and be successful, able to turn a profit after a certain amount of time. So you have to remember this. It's nice to want to own a business, but if you're looking at this from an innovation-driven standpoint, it becomes very difficult to maintain all of these things. Increasing costs, investor demands, and profit. Right? So, as we said, being an entrepreneur is very hard. However, there are 50 million businesses being opened a year. Right?
Is that a true figure?
Yeah.
Worldwide?
Worldwide. 50 million that are actually being established. Okay? Now, that works out to about 137,000 per month, give or take. That works out to about 95 per day. So every day, 95 businesses are being opened. There's nothing wrong with that. That's nice, right? The annual startup, as startups, by the way. My fault. Startups. As we said, there's a difference between startups and traditional businesses. So these are startups. These innovation-driven. So these are the number per day. Sorry, my fault. 137,000 per day, not per month. 95 startups per minute. So in the time that we've sat here, I don't have the figure. 11,400 startups have been opened. On the other side, nearly 10,000 have already closed. So we have about a 10 to 11% rate of sustainability for these startups. As we saw, you're incurring lots of losses, you're looking for investment, it's hard to stay in business. Right? But this is why you need help. Hopefully, some of the experience that you hear or get from some of our instructors might be able to help. Now, we have different types of funding. Now, in the blue column we have, these are people that have been founded. These are basically investments that are made personally or through bank loans. Okay? So, in terms of startup activity, that's not bad. So people are using their own money to start their businesses. Right? Now then we have something called an angel investor. Now with angel investors, these are people that look for, these are types of investors that don't put very many restrictions. They try to help some of these businesses out. They take a smaller percentage of the business, less control. They're called angels because they're trying to grow the market. This is very difficult to have. Alhamdulillah, Palestinian, best angels. Then we have the devils, venture capitalists. Now these guys, what they do is they give you money. But in return for the money, they take control of your management.
Higher percentage. They
take control of the decisions being made. And sometimes they sit in the company for 2 or 3 weeks at a time. Wallah, Majdi. Yeah, exactly. So, as you can see, the trend is people are trying to start their own businesses. But venture capitalism is also working. Now, the last thing we're going to show is the exits. Now, what we mean by exit is successfully selling your business, your startup, to another company. Look at how many people are starting businesses. Look at how many people are able to sell them. Do you see the gap? You remember the dots? This is why it's so hard.
Lovely.
It's fantastic. Look, I mean, this is great. I don't know what it does. So, to talk about some of the entrepreneurship in the Middle East, we have about 12 million, give or take, small to medium-sized enterprises in the Middle East and North Africa, 95% of which are in the private sector. So what do we mean by this? They're not semi-public, they don't work exclusively with NGOs, these are actual businesses that work with the private sector to end users, to end consumers. Now, only 300,000 of these 12 million are owned by women. Yes, I was right. Now, it doesn't get much better outside the MENA region. Only 1/3 of small businesses or entrepreneurs are women outside of the MENA region. So, it's nice to have women play a more active role in the economy, especially since they make up about 50% of the Palestinian population. 75% of employment is provided by SMEs in the Middle East. Which means the more people that start businesses, the more likely unemployment goes down. This is the trend. And on top of that, they make up 80% of the GDP, which is the gross domestic product. Not the Jacob. Now, when we talk about this, you're talking about hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of $1 million and billions of dollars and trillions of dollars worth of money that's floating back and forth because of small businesses. And this is one of the encouraging factors. So even if you don't see the exits, you still see participation in the economy. So what are people doing in Palestine? Well, in 2012, a company called the Msafir, some of you heard this, of this company, I don't know why, but they received an investment from Sadara Ventures. We're not